Good morning. First of all, let me introduce myself. I'm Edmundas Jakilaitis, independent journalist and the producer from Lithuania. I represent production company TV Play, which is the biggest production company in Lithuania. We produce more than 20 hours of production every week. We produce all the genres of video content, and we are the biggest in Lithuanian market. And today I will focus on few things. I'll present our how to say it, the biggest treasure of last 2 seasons, our format called National Expedition, which is a completely new look at the culture, history, and traditions, and that kind of values in the television. And before that, I will present a couple of our formats that we created, and we call it entertainment with a purpose. We love to create such a formats, which are really big shows, but it has a very they are very orientated to public interest. They create values, not only entertainment, not only ratings, but also the values of public interest. So first show that I would like to present you is Super City. It was produced in a private channel on LNK, and it was a slot-winning show. The Super City beat its formats which are the world-leading formats such as X Factor, Splash, Lithuania Got Talent. So it's our original format created in Lithuania. We just signed the contract with the MGM, the Metro Goldwyn Mayer Studios, to represent our formats in the world. And I think that we're gonna see this format, the Super City of America or Britain in someday. So the process already started. We produce it every 4 years because it's really hard to raise up the whole nation for such a big event as the Super City, but it's a very, very big show. Let me show you the trailer.
Super City is a passionate battle between 8 selected cities to find the one and only Super City in the country. Each city is led by a celebrity captain, actors, dancers, athletes, or other famous people who were born or have lived in the city at some point in their lives. Each episode, the cities compete in 4 different rounds. Round 1 is songs. Each week, the show's jury announces a new task. Round 2 is best behaving city. The producers of the show set up identical situations in every city and film it with a hidden camera. Round 3 is talent. The celebrity captains have received their assignment for the show in the previous week. They will scour their city for the best street performer, graffiti artist, opera singer, or dancer to perform in studio. Round 4 is a wacky physical challenge. In this round, the celebrity captain will need to find and bring a person or people who can prove their physical agility with sometimes outrageous tasks. The season finale is a national super final, where the 2 cities with the most amount of points overall fight it out to become the country's Super City.
So this is a video made from the last season. So the second run of Super City, as we think, gonna be in 2 or 3 years, because it's a really huge thing in Lithuania. When you enter some cities which participate in the show, you can see a big billboards saying that tonight we vote for our own cities. It's paid from the budget of municipality, and it's really huge thing in Lithuania when we go to the semifinals or the finals of the show. It really creates a big event. The couple of things about the format which is really important, except those 4 rounds, is that we usually bring 2 or 3 buses from the city to participate in the audience. So the audience is not casting-based audience, but it is brought from the city which is participating in the studio to have more emotions for acting for your own city, and it's really emotional, hot show, which could be broadcasted on the very prime time. It usually goes on the most important slot of the channel. It's usually Sunday night or Saturday night prime time show. The other show that I would like to present, it's Kids of the Nation, is a format of, as we call it, a national pride in Lithuania. It's 9 seasons on public broadcaster in Lithuania and 3 seasons in public broadcaster in Latvia. It's not only a game show, which is based on typical quiz questions, but it's also a social event which promotes the knowledge and the teacher profession itself. The kids come to the studio with their beloved teachers, and they act as a team. They hang each other. It's very important for the format just to show the importance of profession of the teacher, and to promote the knowledge itself. And actually, it was financed by the channel only first 2 years. Now it's financed by the Ministry of Education for the other 7 seasons. It's like an official game show of the educational system. The winner of the show goes to the president of the country to get an award. It's very big thing in educational system, and all the system works for promotion of the show. We also have questions which are related to safety on the roads, which also we have questions which are related to healthy food, because a lot of kids in Lithuania, as in other countries, are too fat, and they do not eat a healthy food, so we promote that as a value. We also promote safety on the roads, patriotism, historical knowledge, and the other values like this. Let me show you the promo.
Dėmesio, prasideda filmavimas, visi skuo skubiau į aikštelę.
Kids of the Nation is an exceptional project of national pride and honor, where the brightest and most talented school kids compete in 8 different age categories, and the winners receive their awards from the president of the country. This year, Kids of the Nation successfully started season 9 in Lithuania and season 4 in Latvia.
So this is a very short clip, but of course there is a lot of format tricks that we use to be the format successful for so many years. It usually was broadcasted on the prime time, Friday night, then it was on Sunday night, and this year the channel decided to move it into, and it wasn't, in last 2 or 3 years, it wasn't a slot-winning format. So the channel decided to move it to Sunday morning, and now it's slot-winning show on Sunday morning in LRT, the public broadcaster of Lithuania. As far as I know, it's still on the prime time in Latvia, broadcasted in prime time. So the other show is Real Man that we create. It's 4 seasons on LRT Lithuania. The whole idea of the show, I'll show you the trailer, which is which has no voiceover. So I will voice over that. The whole idea of the show is to take 12 celebrities, men and women, to the army for 2 weeks, and they participate in different tasks. They create their own team, and they compete against each other with 2 teams. We split celebrities into 2 teams, and they have to be to participate in the real military mission, which looks like real stuff, and it's really hard, but it gives an understanding how army works. It gives a lot of patriotic feelings about your own country, about the military people. What do they do? To understand the importance of the military, which is very, very highly the people who are participating in the show are trained as real professionals. The tasks are really hard, and it gives a very good understanding of a military, and it's usually broadcasted in the prime time. It is a documentary, reality, and the entertainment at the same time, because we have very famous celebrities. I mean, the top. And it's a format that where you can have the best known celebrities in the country, because it's a really public orientated format, when you cannot say no, and I'm not participating in the show because I'm not interested. I'm not participating in the stupid shows, when some really high celebrities usually are saying that we don't go to any stupid shows because we are very, very important. So we usually have not only typical celebrities, which are the pop singers, but we have the top sportsmen, opera singers, the leading persons from the cultural life participate in the show, because it creates real value for the public. The show that we started this year is through Patriots, is the battle of communities of the small towns. I can show you the trailer. It's 7 rounds, different tasks. All the questions and all the tasks are related to Lithuania's history, heritage. That's the round historical game. Then we have geographical questions, when we show something which is shot by the drone, and then you should stand on the map to show where it is, and if the answer is correct, you can get 2 points. The one is to stand on the exact place, and the other to show to name it. This is the historical games of Lithuania. Musical questions are also very important. We usually have 2 musical questions in every show. We have celebrity captains of the team. The most important is to create the value of a community, to show that people in the small towns have very, very nice communities. Usually the participants of the show are the doctor, the one who works in the library, maybe the priest, the mayor, I don't know, the fireman, and someone else from the small town. The towns which are participating in the show is not bigger than 5,000 inhabitants in the city. So it's a show created for small town communities just to show that the people in small towns. I mean, the message is you can live in a small town. It's still possible to live in a small city. It's nice. The people are great, and the community is very friendly. but also it promotes the knowledge about your country's history and traditions. So this Sunday we're gonna shoot the final. It's not live, it's recorded show, and the main prize for the winning of the show is the real sign, the road sign, which will be put it just under the official name of the city. For example, Kaunas or Vilnius, City of True Patriots, and we will show we will put the official sign of the roadside at all entrances to the city. I mean, they are fighting for the title, being named the City of True Patriots. And the diamond of our crown is a national expedition, the format that we started last year. First, let me show you the trailer and to go deeper to this format.
National Expedition is a documentary-style reality series where 5 national celebrities and 5 renowned scientists join their forces and set out on a journey of a lifetime. Historians, naturalists, ethnographers, journalists, musicians, and other famous people give up their homes, their beds, and their regular lives in order to spend a week on an ancient wooden ship. During the expedition, they will unveil the side of their homeland that has never been seen before. The crew travels across the whole country in order to learn and make unexpected discoveries about their country's history, traditions, culinary heritage, and much more. Every day, the ship stops at different historic sites, where the crew is greeted by the locals with great hospitality, fascinating legends, and of course, grand local regales. During this amazing week, travelers take part in traditional local festivals and cooking, improve their arts and crafts, and even self-defense skills. The crew spends each night on a new campsite with amazing stories and folk songs sung around the bonfire. National Expedition gives you a completely new look at the country you thought you knew so well, your homeland.
This is the show that we produced for 2 seasons already for LRT Lithuania. The first season was 7 days of traveling and 12 shows. We have a team of 40 people producing the show. The budget of one show it's around 10,000 euros. So it's really good. It's really good production level for very reasonable price. We are using 3 cameramen, 3 sound editors. We're using 2 drones, and the crew team is not more than 5 people. So in total, it's 40 people team traveling across the country. The second season we made the Nemunas is the most important river in Lithuania, which is 1,000 kilometers, starts in the middle of Belarus and then goes through the territory of Lithuania to the Baltic Sea. So the first season we've been traveling from Kaunas to the Baltic Sea, the second part of the river, which is safe to start the format. We traveled only through our own country. And this year, this season, we've been traveling all over Belarus and Lithuania. We've been traveling for 14 days, and we produced 24 shows. The ratings are 20 or 25% higher than the slot average. It's really a successful show for Lithuanian broadcaster. This year, we will travel through Poland. We will go from Augustov through the historical canals which connected Nemunas and Vistula rivers. We will go through those canals. Then we go by Narew River to Vistula in Warsaw, and then from Warsaw we'll go to Gdansk to the Baltic Sea. So this will take another 3 weeks, and our plan is to finish the format, to finish the show the next year, when we will go from Smolensk in Russia through the Russian territory, Belarusian territory, Ukrainian territory, it's Dnieper River to the Black Sea, to show the whole history of Grand Duchy of Lithuania. So that's the whole concept of the show. I can show you another video clips to understand how beautiful documentary could be made using drones, filming it in the very early morning and in the very late night, to have the most beautiful pictures of the country. So, and I can tell you a bit about the team which travels, which is really important for the format. We have celebrity scientists, which are the best known scientists in Lithuania in their fields. So the best known historian scientist, Professor Bumblauskas, he is a national celebrity. He made different kind of shows in the past. Oh, that's the pictures from this year's expedition to Belarus. That's the Belarus. He is a well-known person in the television. He made documentaries before. We also have the very famous naturalist scientist, who is also a presenter of Lithuanian radio. He's presenting the radio show about nature. So we took him on the crew. And the third one is a famous ethnographer. She is also national celebrity. She also works in the public channel, has her own ethnographic show, and she is very famous as an ethnographer. And also we have celebrities from different fields. We have very famous hip-hop singer who travels with us just to gain more young audience to the show. This show is really successful. The President Valdas Adamkus have called the show the best ever made television product in the history of Lithuania, the national expedition. The show is showed in the schools as a part of educational system. Also, they just play it on in geographic or history lessons. So we're trying to create more than the show, like a social event from this. Yesterday we presented the book with a circulation of 5,000. It's a book of national expedition. One of the travelers from our group wrote the book, the famous naturalist. So I think we do not do it like for business purpose. We don't gain anything from republishing of the book, but we're trying to create a social event, not only the television show, but social event which is really important for the nation. And actually, when we're after the first season, the debate started in the Ministry of Education. Should we, because we were discussing it on the show, should we have a separate program in the school which would be called your homeland lessons or something like this? Not geography, not history, but the lessons about the homeland, which would integrate the history, the traditions, and the other things. So the debate in the Ministry of Education started to have such a program in the primary school, which would be called the homeland lessons in the schools. So that's probably it. Now I could answer the questions about those formats if you would have one. Yeah.
Did you have any content with this national expedition on the website also, or?
Yes, we do. We have a Mediatek on the web portal of public broadcaster. It's lrt.lt and Mediatek. You can see all the shows, and you can find it by the name National Expedition, and you can.
So it's only archive.
It's only archive. Yeah, it's only archive.
Why so?
What do you mean?
Why there is no satellite content for these shows, like any of these shows? Is there any?
No, we don't have that, but we can do it. I mean, if you are interested in the details, to go deeper into the format, if the public broadcaster would ask, of course we could script the whole concept in the details and send it to the public broadcaster if they would need it. Yep.
Does social media plays any role in your concepts?
Yeah, in National Expedition we do post every day during the traveling on the Facebook of public broadcaster. We also do lives, some live conversation on the Facebook during the traveling. Also, we do live connections to the news programs which are broadcasted during the day, and the midday news programs. So we do we interact a lot during the travel, and it creates bigger value, and the people get to know where we will stop next day, because sometimes it's really important for the cities to know when we come, because it's really popular show. And last summer when we were entering some cities, there were like hundreds of people waiting on the coast for the National Expedition, and it was also very important to know when we will arrive to some cities. So Facebook it was also the way not only for promoting the show, but also for giving information to the cities when we will come to their own city.
How long is one episode?
The one episode is 52 minutes. It's 1 hour slot. So we do 52 minutes in LRT Lithuania when it's 1 hour slot. But also, I mean, it depends on the program, on the schedule of the channel. I mean, it can be 40 minutes, it can be 35. I mean, there is no big difference. I mean, we do it as a real documentary show with its ups and downs, with all its dramas that you have to have inside, with the content which is very important but a bit boring, and very entertaining, which is not so important. So we do it as a soap series. I mean, but it's in the way we produce commercial content, but the same style of production, but the content itself, it's very important for the country to know.
Okay, the last question.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm Jens Rasmussen from the Nordic Council of Ministers, and definitely not a professional in this field. It was very interesting and very, I mean, amazing what you've achieved. Congratulations on that. Very inspiring. I noticed at the beginning when you introduced it that it was in entertainment with a purpose.
Yeah.
And this is, of course, very interesting. And then I was thinking, and I mean, my impression was that the shows that you introduced to us now was very much focusing on what you might call national pride or national, nation building.
Yeah.
And I understand this situation. My question could either be, do you also do kind of things that promotes the values of international cooperation? That one nation might be important, but as a nation, you will always be interacting with other people, which I think is another quite of important purpose, or whatever you might say. Or if you don't do it, could you do it as a production company, this concept?
Yeah, I mean, the whole idea of entertainment with the purpose is to catch the something which is on air. I mean, after those events that happened in the Ukraine, we can feel it, that the national security questions and the patriotism and the other, that kind of values are on the air, and we have to orientate our content only mostly to this this value, to unite the nation, to create the pride of the nation, and that's what we are focusing these days, because we think that it's very important to concentrate on this specific issue, to rise up the patriotism of the nation. The next year, this year, we're traveling through Poland, which has a very big common history with Lithuania. We've been the same state like for 250 years in the same state, so we have common history, and we're traveling all over Poland, just showing that the Polish history is the part of Lithuanian history. So that could be the answer. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Edmundas. You will have an part.